What's up, everyone? Welcome back to my channel. It's Taylor 2 with me, Amanda Martinez. If you are new here, thank you for joining me. I hope you stay and enjoy. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you for coming back. Today's video is a little bit of a fun one. I love my makeup, but I really love eyeshadow palettes. I love seeing the color stories. I love the packaging. I just love eyeshadow. So when I saw Allie Glines and Samantha when they created this eyeshadow palette tag, I thought it was really fun and I was on board to do it. I'm a little late to the game, but I'm here. So I will link their videos down below. It's about 13 questions and it's just, you know, kind of getting to know your collection and a little bit more about you. So I'm gonna use my phone here so we can go through it. So the first question was, what is your newest palette? So now I was a little confused because I can't really remember which got here first, but my newest palettes are the Hank & Henry Las Hermanas. Color stories, okay. I mean, it's cute, but really, this one I purchased because it reminded me of my mom and two of her sisters. So, again, packaging. I haven't tried this yet because the colors just seem like they're a little too much for right now. But they're not bad. I mean, Hank & Henry is a small brand that I found through BoxyCharm. I have eyeliner, I have mascara from them, and this palette, also another one, but this was the latest one I bought. And the other one, which again I couldn't really remember what got here latest to really say what was the last palette I received. But this was the Moonspell palette from Lunar Beauty. Again, look at this packaging. Manny MUA, he does a fantastic job with packaging. So it looks like a little book, which I love reading. So this was really cute, like a little diary, lock and key. It's, you know, raised, and it's so new that I still have the plastic protected. The colors are adorable. See, I'm still getting used to this, right? There goes my setup. So this I thought was adorable. It Moonspell, which is, you know, all that stuff. All the shade names are TV and movie witches: Paige, Piper, Phoebe, and Prue. From Charmed, we've got Sabrina, Kiki, Fiona, Samantha, Winifred, Hermione. Like, this was adorable. So Lunar Beauty. These two were my newest. The next is your oldest palette. So my oldest palette, and it was pretty much every video I've seen, almost all of them, this was the oldest palette. Urban Decay, the original Naked palette. I'm gonna be honest, this is a bootleg. This was not, at the time, I don't know what I thought. I mean, I used it when I bought it, but this is the oldest palette I have. I haven't used it in a long time because the colors aren't that great. I mean, this one is alright, but some of them are just, you know, too muted and too neutral for me. So that is my oldest palette. My most expensive palette would have to be the Naked Heat. The Naked Heat, Naked Cherry. I have quite a few of the Naked palettes. I do love this palette. I mean, the colors are very pretty. They blend okay, but it was, you know, most of the looks end up looking similar, but I have a lot. Like this was one of the first high-end brands that I purchased when I started really getting back into makeup. So this, I can't remember, like the website says $49, but I don't remember if I spent the $49, if I spent $55. I know I had quite a few palettes that I did purchase from Urban Decay that were $55. So I really don't remember how much I paid, but I know it was between that. The next question is my most affordable palette. My most affordable palette would have to be the Honey from ColourPop. ColourPop, this I paid $12 for. It's one of their 9-pan, there we go, come on, let's focus. One of their 9-pan monochromatic palettes. They have damn near every color in the rainbow. This I purchased because I love yellow, and to have an all yellow palette at the affordable price of $12 was definitely right up my alley. I love the formula from ColourPop, the color payoff, everything about ColourPop I do love. It is one of my favorite brands. So the next one is an everyday palette. I don't really have an everyday palette because I do, like nowadays, I don't have one because I change it up. Every day I'm using a different palette. So there's really not an everyday palette for me because I'm always trying a new one. My most colorful palette would have to be my Rude Cosmetics Roaring 20s, the neons, once again. This neon palette, like the colors are, I mean, they really are so great. The color payoff, like, come on. Look at this. This is fantastic. So that is my most colorful. I did have this as one of my top 3 and my favorites for June. It is a fairly new palette, and I love the color payoff. I love the brand so far. So my smallest palette would have to be the Nubian by Juvia's. This one is very tiny. I got this in Ulta, 6-pan. This is the smallest palette I have. That's not, you know, like a duo or a trio. This one was okay. I mean, it's neutrals. I wanted to try the brand. It wasn't bad. It's just, again, not a color story that I really gravitate to. So I don't use it as often. My largest palette would have to be my So Jaded palette, which is a collab with Kathleen Lights and ColourPop. This has, I believe, 35 shades, and they're all like stone and you know, stone related and oh yeah, diamond, rose quartz, ruby. Like another one I recently bought, so I haven't used it too much, but it does have some beautiful colors, and I was super excited to get this one. Alrighty, I'm back. My card was full. Alright, so back to it. The next thing was the palette with the best memory. So for me, the palettes with the best memory are my Urban Decay. Yes, once again, Urban Decay. It's great and powerful. This was when I realized how much I enjoyed I really enjoyed the packaging and the like movie show collabs, like that type of thing. So this was the Theodora palette. It came with an eyeliner, and it's like 7 shadows, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 8. You have 2 greens, a light and a dark, a gold and a black, and then some neutrals. So I do enjoy this palette. I enjoy the Glinda palette even more because it is definitely more my type of color, like the pinks, the purples, all of that. So again, like those were that's when I was really getting back into makeup and not so much with the drugstore brands, which there's nothing wrong with. There's some really good stuff there. But it was like the first high-end company that I really, sorry, excuse me. It was the first brand that really caught my attention and that people were really talking about. So that was just like the best memory because, again, I love packaging. So, worth the hype. This one was hard for me because, again, I mean, I'm not too knowledgeable about the brands that are out there. Like I've been pretty much in the Urban Decay, Tarte, Too Faced world that I didn't know about all the brands. But, and this is going to sound weird, I guess, to some. Because, again, I don't really, I really didn't follow what was hyped up or whatever. Or if I knew what was being hyped up, I didn't purchase it for me to say it was worth the hype. But I will say, my BoxyCharm palette, Hello Charmer, is it, you're not gonna focus for me. It's okay. This was created by BoxyCharm. I think we received this in December. And everyone thought this was gonna be like a whatever palette. Like, okay, BoxyCharm, you're known for cultivating a box and selling to people with different brands. So the fact that they had their own palette created, it was definitely worth the hype that they were giving it. Like, the colors are beautiful, they blend well, it's adorable. So this, I thought, was worth the hype. The next one is, what palette do you have that is not worth the hype? And I will say my Shane Dawson and Jeffree Star Mini Controversy. What caught me? Packaging. Like, the packaging. I didn't get the Conspiracy palette because they sold out so quick. This was all I could get. The color story on this one is like all over the place, but I just wasn't too enthused. Like, I've heard great things about Jeffree Star and his formula, but this didn't do it for me. So, I mean, I'll use it eventually, but it definitely was not worth the hype for me. The next palette. Your favorite palette from a favorite brand. So, ColourPop is now, back in the day I would have told you Urban Decay, and it would have been my Naked 3. But ColourPop has definitely become my favorite brand. I'm branching out to new ones, so that may change. But their collab with Disney, they've got like 3 different palettes. Disney Princess, Villains, Misunderstood, and this one, Midnight Masquerade. This is my favorite of all their palettes. Like, I love the colors. Come on camera, pick it up. I love the colors. Again, the payoff is great, the price is good, and the packaging is beautiful. So this is my favorite palette from my favorite brand. But again, I don't tend to grab just one, so while I've used this pretty often, it's not often enough for me to be hitting pan or anything of the sort. I haven't made a dent. And the last question is your most used palette. So again, if we're going by the last year or so, I don't have one that can say it's really used. But if I'm gonna go by all of my palettes in general, then it will be the Urban Decay Naked 3. This, when it came out, was such a beautiful beautiful color story. It was something you can make a nice romantic look with, and you can amp it up with some of these darker ones. And you can see it's like the only eyeshadow palette I have where I have hit pan on anything. But I also haven't used this in a while. But this would be my most used palette. So I did enjoy it when I was using it. So that is my mini collection, and not even all of them. See, we've got some more. Oh, wrong side. We've got some more here. But I did have fun going through and just stopping and thinking about like what was worth it, what wasn't. Most expensive, I don't tend to spend too much on the palettes because $100 for a palette to me just seems insane. So if you like this video and anything makeup related, or you know, random crazy women, hit the like button, comment, share, subscribe if you haven't. Let's keep this conversation going. You like random crazy ladies, subscribe. We'll see each other soon. Bye.